Hi everybody, so today's live stream treat, we have Dave Taylor in our little office suite with us here. Nice to see you,
cool.
Dave.
It's great to see you too.
It's always good fun. Adepticon is so great. It's like family.
It is.
Together with family.
Yeah. It's like once a year family reunion.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Exactly.
Awesome. Yep.
Super fun. So Dave has been a very, very busy guy, and you've got a Kickstarter going right now.
I do, yeah.
And how is it going?
It's going great. Absolutely awesome. The response from everybody has been fantastic. I hit the launch button about this time last week, and it's just been awesome. It's been a fantastic ride so far, and
great.
we've still got another 3 weeks to go, and been putting up stretch goals, and people have been knocking those down. So things have been going really well. I'm very excited. For those who haven't seen it, I did a cool interview with Warren and Sam and John, and talked about the book. It's basically a book which is all about the project management side of painting a wargaming army. So we all love to buy lots and lots of toy soldiers.
Right, who doesn't?
And we all have boxes of unpainted toy soldiers or things that haven't even been assembled yet. So the idea behind the book is to help people, give them the tools to organize the project, put it all together in a sensible way so that they can finish armies more often.
Nice.
So that's sort of the whole key.
So what are you doing for stretch goals?
For stretch goals, basically the idea of the book, so all of that information about organizing projects will be in the front half of the book. The back half of the book is projects that I've worked on over the years, and basically do some nice sort of photo spreads of those. So you can see lots of cool...
His work is gorgeous. You've probably looked at tons of Dave's work and not realized they were Dave's work.
Yeah, thank you, I appreciate that. And then tie everything back into that original information. So the stretch goals, most of them have been adding an extra project to it. So over the years I've painted dozens and dozens and dozens of armies, so I've got a lot to draw on.
Yeah.
But we've also done things like, originally I said I was going to have a PDF version of the book that was available as one of the pledge levels. When we got to 20,000, the $20,000 stretch goal was upgrading that from a regular PDF to interactive digital e-publication sort of thing, where you can go in. We'll have some little video clips, we'll have some extra photos, so rather than just seeing the sergeant of a squad, you can go through and see the whole squad and that sort of thing. So I'm really excited about that aspect of it. Just put up a new stretch goal, which is a slipcase cover for the hardback book.
Nice.
So keep it all nice and protected, but just the sort of things they can do to really improve the quality of the book, and so people really feel like they've got the money out of it, worth out of it.
Absolutely. So, well, super fun in there. So there's 3 weeks left on that. So
3 weeks left. Yeah, 3 weeks to go.
That's plenty. I know, right? Yeah. So you're essentially a slave to your Kickstarter page for the next 3 weeks.
For the next 3 weeks. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Awesome.
I foolishly downloaded the Kickstarter app to my phone.
Why? Yes. Yeah.
So it's like I wake up in the middle of the night and can go. Post an update.
Can't help it. Can't help it.
Yeah, but it's absolutely fine. I'm really excited about the project. It's something that I've done a lot of work on painting armies, obviously. I've talked to a lot of people about that, so I've got a lot of ideas that I just want to get out on paper. So,
Yeah. So, projects-wise, I know you have at least 2 things here that we've seen at the show.
Yeah. So, I think you've seen the table, the display table I did for WYSIWYG Games.
Yes.
For Planet of the Apes.
Yes.
So that was a really cool project. Sort of towards the end of last year, they were looking for somebody to build some tables, and I was like, that sounds pretty exciting. Right. So I jumped in for that. WYSIWYG Games are a French-based company, so I actually ended up building 2 tables for them.
Oh, really? One for here, one for there?
One for Europe.
Nice.
So the first one went out, left my place at the beginning of February, and was used at a big convention there at the end of February. The second one I finished a couple of weeks ago, and that came to Adepticon, so now they can move those around. I'm really, it was a lot of really cool sort of project to work on. For anybody who's seen the most recent set of Planet of the Apes movies, it's Muir Woods is where it's kind of set. So it's an amalgam of a couple of different scenes, but it was a lot of fun to work on.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So I have to ask you, when you go to do a project like that,
Yep.
Do you just like kind of instantly get like a vision of something? Do you get a lot of direction from what somebody's looking for, or do they just like say, wind Dave up, let him go? See what Dave wants to do with it.
It can kind of vary. Sometimes people have a very clear vision of what they want. Mm-hmm. Other times it's a bit vague. Or they might have some sketches, or in this case it was stills from the movie, or the first movie, I think, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. So I could just have a look at those and go and watch the movie and get it like, oh, that's a cool scene. I love that scene. So I sketched something out from there, sent it to them and said, hey, do you think this would be perfect? And they came back and went, thumbs up, let's go with it.
Go with that. So, we like it so much, do it twice.
Do it twice, yeah exactly. So that was definitely cool. And building it so that it could be transported as well as another thing, like shipping something across the Atlantic is
scary.
It's kind of scary.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
I had to make it so I knew that not much would move.
Yeah.
There might be a little bit, but
that
not
it'll
too bad.
still look like you wanted it to look like it's.
Yeah, and when we got to see photos of it, it was really cool.
Awesome.
So,
Well, that's
definitely great.
That's great. And then I know you've got something for Necromunda.
Right. Yep.
As well here.
Yep. That
hasn't come out yet, so we'll make sure we get pictures of that once it's out.
Definitely. That was a lot of fun. So yeah, I was working for a private client, and he wanted a Necromunda table that was basically sort of 12-inch by 12-inch squares. He worked with another guy that I know, Sam Butler, to sort of digitally sculpt the tiles and print them and cast them up and make these three. So it's 3 foot by 2 foot Necromunda Underhive board from I think the 4th mission in the book.
Cool.
And then I painted it. So I got to copy the color scheme directly from the tiles from GW.
Nice.
And put that into a 3-dimensional sort of setting, and that was a lot of fun to do. So yeah, I think that'll be out either tomorrow or on Sunday.
I'm thinking.
One of the two.
Yeah.
I think they're doing the other Necromunda Underhive on Sunday. But yeah, that was a lot of fun to do. Absolutely great. And I got to package that up in an old like an album case, like a DJ would carry around.
You just rock in with your board and
But it's perfect size. It's like 12 inches by 12 inches.
Yep, absolutely.
So that was cool.
That's cool. That's very cool. So what's coming up next for you? Who are you working with these days?
I'm also doing some work with Forrest Harris from Knuckle Duster Miniatures, who's here.
Yes.
I'm working on, last year he ran a Kickstarter for the Gunfighter's Ball. So I'm helping him with, I'm doing the layout for the rule book.
Oh, beautiful.
Which is really exciting. He had a friend of his, so he's local. He's not too far from you guys. And he had a friend come down and take a whole bunch of really awesome photos because he's got lots of great Wild West terrain and miniatures and that sort of thing. So I'm putting those into the book in the right places. Sometimes I'm doing, had to do like an overlay to say, well, this is the area where a dynamite explosion would take out your guys. Like start here, and move out. Little overlays like that, all sorts of graphic sort of details and laying out the book is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Definitely cool. And Forrest is a great guy to work with.
He is super nice. Yeah.
Yep. So I'm doing that and working with Joey Maguire of World's End Publishing.
Yeah.
So he's doing.
This is not a test. I know everybody loves that.
Yep. It's a fantastic game and a great campaign system to it. But did a little bit of painting for Joey, but I do his photography and layout as well. And he's got a micro Kickstarter coming up for some really awesome sort of 28mm scale 50s retro futuristic kind of cars. So you've got like a family sedan, a pickup truck, and then like a big aggressive town car kind of thing. And so he's got those, but then there's also sets of armor that you can put on, sort of like wasteland scavenged bolted stuff to this sort of thing. So you've got there's a lot of flexibility with the look in it. But so I think that's May or June.
Nice.
Coming up, so going to be working with him to get all that sorted. So yeah, that's great.
That's a lot going on.
Doing some work with Vince at Wing to Sar Publishing, some layout for him. Vince is going to be pumping out a lot of books over the next year, so exciting to do that and work with Vince again. And yeah, I'm sure there's something else. Somebody's going to kill me for forgetting it. But
what is your favorite kind of thing to work on? Because you're like, creatively, you're all over the place, whether it's in printed word, if it's in physical stuff. What is like your favorite thing to work on?
I'm not sure. I
can't narrow it down?
I can't narrow it down.
Sounds like a total parent, right? I can't say what's my favorite.
I can't leave the... No, I think it's good to. I enjoy having the different types of things to work on, so that if I am getting sort of burnt out on building a table, I can sit down and do some layout as well, which is great. If I'm up to my 50th page that I'm inserting photos into, it's like I can stop this and do some painting, or I can head over to Joey's place and photograph some of his cool terrain and that sort of thing. So it's nice to have that mix of things.
Sure.
It's always fresh. I can wake up every morning and it's like something different. I'm doing something different every day.
Right.
So that's why I don't like to say any one thing. So.
Total cop-out answer. No.
Oh yeah, completely. Really completely cop-out.
We're going to take a quick break. Give us just a second here, and we will be right back with Dave Taylor. Hi everybody, we are back with Dave Taylor. Now we're going to just talk a little bit about Adepticon. So it's so great being back at the show. So what are you up to, or what are you looking forward to here at the show this year?
I don't know. There's so much going on. I first came to Adepticon in 2005. So that was the third year I think they were running it.
Just a little bit's changed.
Just a little bit's changed. Yeah. It was still in Schaumburg then, and I think there were a couple of vendors out in the hall, like in the hallway outside the sort of the gaming area, and there was just one large gaming area.
Right.
This year it's ridiculous.
It's huge. Yeah.
You've all known to wander around the vendor hall. There's over, I think it's over 100 vendors now. There's games happening all over this convention center, which is 7 times the size of what it used to be, which is really cool. But yesterday morning and this morning, I got to hang out with Hank Edley, who's one of the heads of Adepticon, at the Star Wars Legion area. They were doing a sort of a hobby kickstart sort of thing. So because Legion dropped yesterday.
Yeah.
People
you
were,
might have heard that. I don't know. Yeah.
Everybody hasn't been paying attention. It's a tiny little thing connected to a movie nobody's heard of.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
But,
a million of people just cried out in the galaxy there. Yeah. So.
That's what that sound was. Okay. So it was basically sort of stand there and help people make sure they can get their miniatures together. So people bought the core set, buying their ATSTs, their airspeeders, all that sort of stuff. And I didn't really have to do anything because those models are super easy to put together.
Right. Did you get a good feel for, I'm curious,
Yep.
was it, my hunch is that most of these people are seasoned players.
Yep.
I think we have a question.
Oh, we have a question?
We'll come right back to this.
Mitch would like to know, will your Kickstarter eventually become available at retail?
Oh, okay. So to repeat, Mitch wants to know if the Kickstarter is going to be available retail.
Yep. So the plan is to use some of those funds to buy some extra books and have them available. I'm not sure if it'll be available.
Easy for you to say, yeah.
Exactly. Tongues are going the wrong way. Whether it'll be available through retail stores in a sort of regular fashion, but it'll certainly be available through different stores online.
Great.
There's a couple of people have online stores in the US, some friends in the UK,
I was
Australia.
That would have been the next question. Yeah.
Make sure
are we going to cross ponds? And
yeah,
perfect.
Very definitely. So that's the plan. It would hopefully be probably December. Hopefully December this year. My plan is to have the books shipped to backers in November this year. So it'll be after that.
Great. Great. Good question.
That's a yes.
All right, back to Legion.
Legion.
My question was, did you feel like it was already established gamers that were getting into Legion? My hunch is yes. I know they're kind of wanting it to potentially be a gateway into gaming for some folks that perhaps are just Star Wars fans and haven't played a miniatures game before. But I know everybody, just gaming-wise, has been chomping at the bits to get into that game. And that might have been why you didn't have the pressure to help a whole lot.
Yeah. No, I think you're exactly right. Your hunch is correct.
Yeah.
From my observation, we had tools and we had we had glue as well to help people. But out of 20 people, one person didn't have glue. Everybody had their own glue. They were ready to go.
They came prepared.
Yep. There are a couple of people who blue tacked their models together so that they could then take them apart when they got home and paint them separately and that sort of thing. But yeah, it was very, very much at this early stage. I think it's very much existing wargamers.
Yeah.
But I think Fantasy Flight's going to do a good job of putting it in front of a lot of people who haven't done tabletop wargaming before.
I hope so, because what a great in. You know, it's an accessible, easy, recognizable IP for people.
Yeah.
So
everybody knows who Darth Vader is.
Right? Yes, he's the man, that Darth Vader.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what else are you going to be doing at the show this weekend?
Tomorrow, I'm really excited to be helping out with the paint judging for the 40K team tournament.
Oh, nice,
stuff.
Nice.
When Hank said, "Hey, Dave, could you help out with this?" And I was like, "Yeah, that'd be fantastic. You can see so many cool armies."
Right.
And then he said, "It starts at 7."
You're
So tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock, I'm going to be in the hall doing judging. But I'll just do all my drinking on Saturday night.
It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. Everybody does such an amazing job. That's one of my favorite things, walking around, seeing the way people carry themes through things. That's got to be totally a sweet spot for you.
It is. Absolutely, completely. So 2005 was the first year I came, and they had the team tournament then, and it was like absolutely exciting to see. So as soon as I got back to Baltimore, I was like, guys, we've got to put together a team for next year.
Yeah.
So 2006, we drove out from Baltimore in 2006, 2007, 2008. So yeah, we had a lot of fun. We met a lot of great people through playing in the team tournaments. Friends that I still have today that are some of my best friends. So really cool. I'm excited to get stuck into checking everybody's army out.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah,
now,
cool.
okay, so if you came up with your team, was your team always all from the Baltimore area, or did you have people from elsewhere that got together? I found this really interesting when you talk to a lot of the people that are playing.
Yeah.
That the miracle of the internet and stuff these days is that you don't even have to. It doesn't have to be the same four of you that are coming from a location. It's people across the country working together on an agreed upon theme of some kind, and then converging for the sake of the convention.
Yeah. For us, it was mostly Baltimore. To the second and third year, we had like a ringer, well, not a ringer.
Oh, did you hear that? They had a ringer. This just in.
It was Chopper from who works for Mantic
Okay.
now.
Yeah,
he's a
yeah,
Mantic community manager. So yeah, Chopper was our Chicago connection, basically. So three of us would come out, and one of the last year, 2008, was the last year we all played together. I was sick. I got sick at the convention, and I couldn't play my last two games.
Oh, jeez.
But fortunately, Phil Kelly was at the show, so Phil Kelly could step in and play Orcs.
Nice.
We were playing Orcs,
There you
and
go.
he'd written the Orc Codex, so it was like awesome. Phil Kelly got
That
to
had
do
to
that. For us.
feel super fair for everybody else, right?
I can tell you, our opponents were super psyched to be able to play against Phil
that's
Kelly
good.
rather than
That's
me.
good.
So it
That's
was
pretty
really
awesome.
cool.
That one I could see playing out either way. People
Yeah.
were either going to think, "Oh my gosh, this is like the best thing ever," or go down the no fair path. You know.
Well, there
so.
was certainly no arguing about the rules.
No, probably not. Right? Yeah. If when in doubt, keep your mouth shut on that one. So, yeah, awesome.
So that's I'm really excited about that though. The team tournament, 40K team tournament, is the heart and soul of Adepticon, and seeing everything grow and build around that has just been really awesome.
I'm looking forward to the friendly this year
Right.
to see what they do with that theme. It's Bill and
Yep.
Ted's Excellent Adventure, so
Yep.
people tend to be super silly anyway, so I can only imagine what that's going to look like.
Yeah,
We'll have to see.
Brian and Jeff always do a great job.
Yeah.
Brian's actually Brian Carlson is writing a small section for my book.
Oh,
actually,
nice.
because Brian every year for Adepticon has a new army, sometimes two new armies.
Yeah.
But usually like about a week beforehand, he's like, "I've got 50 models to finish." And
dang.
he finishes it. No, he doesn't call him. He knows what he's doing. So that's why I wanted to include his experience and his
That's
thoughts in the
great.
book. So, there's lots of cool stories like that happen around Adepticon
Nice.
and stuff. They're good. But what are
Awesome
you
stuff.
most excited to see
Gosh.
flipping the interviewer?
I was looking forward to the Legion stuff.
Right.
I'm very excited to see people get going. For me, it's Star Wars for the win. And I love my Malifaux stuff, so I really always look forward to that. We already did talk with Aaron from Weird,
awesome.
and I could listen to the people that are like so into their game and the background of the game like forever, because you can tell when somebody's very passionate about their game system and just brings the world to life when they're talking to you. So makes you want to play. So I'm gonna have to. There's just not enough hours in the day, like we want to go play stuff, and it's like, oh gosh. But and I'm into Destiny. So
Okay,
I love my Destiny games.
That's cool.
I bought cards yesterday. Nothing like coming to a miniatures convention and buying cards. I couldn't help it. I've
Cards
been
and
so
dice.
good for a while. And dice.
And dice.
Ooh, that's good.
Don't
You just
forget.
made me feel a little better about that right now. No, that's very good.
No, absolutely fine. There were a lot of people playing yesterday. That was great to see. I think that's one of the things I'm excited about Adepticon is that diversification as well. There are so many different gaming systems that are being played, sets of game rules that are being played here. They're just awesome. Everybody has an opportunity to do something that they really love,
Right.
which is great.
And Adepticon has always made it stay so approachable for people, so that if you have a game system that maybe has kind of fallen out of popularity a little bit, but you're still really into it and you want to try to have an event, they're all for letting you try to get that going. And if you can scrape together a few people, then you're walking around here at the show and you're like, that looks really cool. I've never seen or heard of that before. And that's how we keep these games alive.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
it's great.
It's definitely
It's
cool.
great. Well, I am super pumped for you. I can't wait to see where this Kickstarter goes. I know
Thank you.
everybody's really looking forward to getting that book in their hands.
Yep.
So it's gonna be great.
I probably should say the name of the book
That
as
would
well.
be good. Yeah,
Because
why don't we
I
do
completely
that?
forget
I
that
know,
because I'm
that's-
an idiot.
nope.
But it's Armies and Legions and Hordes. So if you look
Perfect.
go to
Oh, my.
Kickstarter,
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
that's fine.
I'm sure nobody said that before. He's like, oh my God, if somebody
it's
says
gonna
it
be
one more time.
It's going to be printed in invisible ink.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
But yeah, Armies and Legions and Hordes.
Perfect.
So no, thanks very much for chatting. It was
Always great
it's
talking
definitely
to you,
cool.
Dave. And so we're going to keep our eyes out for Dave's handiwork here at the convention. Make sure we get pictures so people can see what you have going on. And we look forward to more from you, Dave. It's always
That's awesome.
nice.
Thank you.
Thanks. All right, guys. Thanks for spending time with us.